guys, and we're back. This week the plan is the 190E. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the gray lowers, so I bought some vinyl. We're gonna wrap that. We're gonna install the front lip that I bought originally for the SLK. I'm still wary. We'll see how that works, but we'll get to that part of it. The one problem we run into is this little trim piece, or whatever you want to call it. Plastic is broken. Of course, front bumpers are currently non-existent, and if you do find one, it's something like $1,500 for an OEM bumper, and I won't be keeping this bumper on there forever. I plan to go to a wide body Evo 2 kit, so I don't want to spend money on that. So what we're going to try to do, I bought some plastic from the big box store. We'll try to trim it, glue it in there, clean it up best as we can, and then when I wrap the vinyl over it, hopefully at least looks decent from a distance. Obviously I'll have to pull the bumpers off. I have this fancy body shop lamp I borrowed from a friend to help me wrap the bumpers, and that'll be pretty much it. If you guys follow my Instagram, you probably saw I upgraded the lights in the garage, and I am much happier with this. Even with the garage closed, it's like daylight. And in this video, you won't be seeing much of me talking. I know people are sick of hearing it. It's mostly going to be a, what do they call that, ASMR stuff, where it's just music and rapping and whatnot and driving the car. So stay tuned and enjoy.
Gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health, yeah. You gotta work, never tell, keep your head down, find what you love and excel, yeah. Push and pull and repel any hate, go create what you want, feel compelled, yeah. And once you finally get a taste of the race, you'll never look back once you felt that. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. About others way before myself, yeah. I guess that's why I feel like I go through hell, damn. Wasting time on your dreams instead of mine, yeah. About to turn this franchise around on a dime, man. It's all about finding your right state of mind. It's all about turning the worst into fine. It's all about time and the work and the climb. From the thirst we will rise, I'm immersed in this life. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first.
Alright, so this is where we're at. As I said before, probably many times, it's not a DIY channel, but a couple pointers when you're wrapping things. I kind of course, went way too far because though I'm building a race car, for some reason my brain can't turn off and let it be. So this is the bumper. I have it strapped down to these sawhorses. You'd probably be better off buying a little bit more expensive ones, not the $30 ones I got at Home Depot. But I found some flaws, so of course I use body filler to fill them in. Instead of leaving it alone, I had to do it because that's just how my brain operates. Same here. I filled this in. I don't know why. Things probably nobody's gonna notice. This is textured, so anything that's textured is gonna show through. So a pointer for whenever you're doing any type of vinyl wrapping, anything you could feel with your hand is gonna show on vinyl. So I put a couple test pieces after sanding it, and it looks better. The one thing that annoys me, and you can see it on an angle, kind of hard to tell, but you could see on an angle the little weave it has, but that's just by design. The only thing I could do with that would be to completely body fill it and flatten it, and it's not a show car. So I did my little test strips. Now it's ready to wrap. Probably could have got it done much sooner if I wasn't the way I am, but it is what it is. We'll get this thing wrapped up. I probably should have removed, because this section removes, but I'm too lazy to do that. I might regret that later. We'll get it wrapped up. Now, I did mention that I was going to try to repair this on this bumper here, but I'm no body man. I don't know how to go about that. So I went on a search and I found an OEM bumper online for sale. Now, everything you find online is ridiculously priced with shipping. If you look on like eBay or something like that, people want $400 for the bumper and then another $800 for shipping and stuff like that. First things first, before I wrap it, I'm going to mock up this front lip and see if I can make it work. Here's test fit of the new front bumper. Obviously the crash bar, impact bar, whatever, I think what they call the 5 mile an hour bumper portion, I have to transfer from the old bumper. The lip is on. The shadow kind of makes it hard to see, but one thing I added is some rubber insulation between these two plastic pieces because it's a 3-piece bumper, and I think it just makes for a better connection. Looks a little cleaner. Not bad for a cheap universal lip. I gotta get it wrapped. One thing I am gonna do, these grills here, I'm not a master wrapper, so I'm just gonna hit those with some spray paint, mask it off, and wrap everywhere around. So obviously we have to separate the impact bar, whatever you want to call it, from the rest of the bumper. And then I have this big hole here that the ambient temp sensor sits in. I already relocated it, so what I'm going to end up doing is after I wrap it, I'll make this here plug. And then for the license plate ones, since I live in a state that doesn't require a front plate, I'll just have these little plugs like this, and guess that will look halfway decent, best as it can be, without replacing this whole thing or doing a bunch of unnecessary body work. So like I said, on the front bumper piece, this lower section on the new bumper, I'm just gonna mask it off and then hit it with spray paint because it's gonna be insanely difficult to try to wrap this. And as I said, I am not a professional rapper. Or rapist? I don't know what I'm looking
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad, chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back, I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me, ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact, give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause some pain, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught.
caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap.
As you could probably tell, I'm very happy with how this car cleaned up. I gave it a wash, I didn't bother recording it, and I buffed and waxed it a little bit. I am not an expert in paint by any means or know how to do proper paint restoration, so it looks pretty good from far, but it's far from good. There are paint issues that could easily get probably corrected by somebody that knows what they're doing. I might try diving into it, not sure if I'll just have somebody do it for me. But overall, the car looks great. It actually drives pretty great. I'm very surprised just how it drives. I did change the ignition coil. I didn't record it because this engine's coming out anyway. But it was bothering me that when it got hot, it would have this misfire. So $27 later, in a few minutes, I changed the ignition coil and it actually runs great. So I was able to drive it fully, drive it around, get some footage, get a little bit of my freedom flags there. I figured this is Saddam's Chariot, might as well spice it up with some American flags, and in any drift event or anything, I'll probably throw those on. And just so you know, I waited almost 4 weeks for those to get made so I could be able to mount them to the front of the car. But overall, it all looks good. I am very happy with the end result. The lip, which I was quite concerned about, turned out pretty good. The paint, obviously, the new bumper looks great in comparison to the old one. And overall, like I said, the paint could use like a proper buff and cutting, but for a 30-plus-year-old car, I think she looks pretty good, especially considering this is what the front bumper looked like. And as I said, I'm not a professional rapist. I don't know what correct term to use for it, but I've had some experience in doing it, so the end result I think is pretty good. And as I was doing it, I figured how the car works and how it's shaped. It went better and better and faster. I might redo the rear bumper because I did it all as one piece instead of 3 separate pieces like I did with the front. And I think the front turned out so much better than the rear. So I might still redo that, I don't know. Either way, I am happy with the way the car looks. I'm still mad at the SOK, but I'm happy with how it looks. It's coming together how I want it to be. And I wanted to have some more 190E stuff instead of just focusing on the SOK. But like I said, I have more things to come. It's a busy spring and summer, so I'll try to get as much footage as possible. And again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and any suggestions. I'm always open to suggestions, as I say. The best type of criticism is probably negative instead of people telling you you're doing a great job. So have at it. It doesn't hurt my feelings. My mama didn't raise no bitch. Thanks for watching, guys.